This message I want to send particularly to my Luo brothers, wherever you are, whether in Nyanza, wherever you are, whether within Kenya or outside the country. Elections are almost coming to an end, and the end of this election you can easily predict. But I fear because this election was never about Raila. It was never about Ruto. Neither was it about Azimio or UDA. This election was about the Luos. And I want you to know this in specific. In this country, the only community that has stood against the ills that have been perpetrated by the governments of this country has always been led by the Luos. And because of that, we have been labeled names. People say we are arrogant people. We are tough-headed people. You have even seen some politicians going on top of their vehicles and calling us watu wa kung'oa reli, watu wa kurusha mawe, and all those names. But ask yourself this question, dear Luo brother. A man who is poised to be the president of this country, who campaigned for 8 years, but never stepped in Luo Nyanza to campaign, how will that man take care of the interest of the Luos? A man who can rise up and tell the whole country that sisi ni watu wa kurusha mawe, watu wa kung'oa reli, and all those defamatory names, how will that man listen to us? With the kind of tribalism that we have seen in this country, where will Luos run to when they want jobs and they enter into offices and the second name beginning with O is already leprous and they cannot be associated, they cannot be listened to? What will happen? These are some of the tough questions that we need to ask. The Kikuyus today are not revolting against Uhuru because they hate Uhuru. Let us be honest. They are revolting against Uhuru because Uhuru is associating with Raila and Raila is a Luo. That is the bitter truth. I have had friends who voted live and reside within the Kikuyus, and when the results were announced that Ruto is the winner, the statements that they had, the things that they were told are heartbreaking. The truth of the matter is, we are hated in this country, and we are hated so passionately. One wonders what wrong we did to people in this country. We are just Kenyans like others. We contribute to the GDP of this country. Some of us have been trusted with portfolios, offices, and we have run them well. The only thing is that we are led by a leader who has always wanted the best for this country. We are led with a leader who would go to an election, not to win the election, but to win that election in a clean contest. When somebody walks in and grabs power and does what we call a civil coup right in front of cameras, and people celebrate, what is our problem? What is our mistake as Luos? Therefore, Luo brothers, since the onset, since the beginning of since independence in this country, we have always been on the wrong side of history. Not because we are bad people, but because we have always agitated for what is right. And I can tell you, we have lived in opposition since 1963 to 2002. We have been in opposition. We have been stepped on. We have been viewed as bad people. We have been always referred to using our genitalia. We are not circumcised. We have never abused people who did not remove 6 lower teeth, that they are children and they don't deserve to be leading this country. Ours and our tradition was removal of 6 lower teeth, just like their tradition was to peel off the foreskin in the name of circumcision. Not at any point did we know that your culture will be a source of ridicule to us. We are sorry. But I want to make this humble appeal to the administration that is going to take charge. Please treat us with mercy. Treat us like just any other Kenyan. We can also deliver. We are just good people. We are people who love this country. Don't judge us by our second name. Don't punish all Luos just because you hate Raila Odinga. Raila Odinga is a rich man. He's a single man. He fights for this country. He loves this country. He stands against injustices. That is why he would run for an election purportedly supported by the government, but would not want rigging to be done for him to win. That is why he is willing to let go if blood has to be shed. That is why we are quiet. If Luos are this violent and they are these people, watu wa kung'oa reli, why are they quiet at this moment and their man has not been declared the winner? We are peaceful people. Please don't profile us in your offices. Don't deny us opportunities in your offices if Baba doesn't become the president. Don't step on us in your when you meet us because Baba was against your man. Raila Amolo Odinga will come and go. Raila Amolo Odinga will one day die. One day we will wake up to politics in this country, and that politics will be done without the presence of Raila Amolo Odinga. There will be no law to stand on the streets to say that IEBC is perpetrating injustices. There will be no law anywhere who is going to talk about vote rigging in this country. Please, we beg you, do not judge us on account of one man. When you see a Luo walk into your office, that person is not Raila Amolo Odinga. They have a name. They have a family. Sometimes they don't even know that Raila that you are talking about. You have every reason, every political, every spiritual, every personal reason to hate Raila Amolo Odinga. We have no problem with that. But please, on behalf of my Luo brothers, I appeal to you. Do not hate us for no reason. I know you have been made to know and to feel like Raila is a witch, mganga. I don't know how you confirmed this. I don't know how you were able to know that Raila ni mganga. But I want to beg of you, please take this message to anybody who is not a Luo and anybody who is a Luo. We are just like other Kenyans. We are not criminals in this country. We are not a militia in this country, like somebody tried to call us in 2017 that we are a militia. We are not a militia. We are peace-loving Kenyans. Given opportunity, we have always lived with people. In Luo Nyanza, we have Kikuyus, we have Kalenjins and all tribes in Luo Nyanza. Please do not profile us when you see us near you. If your government if your government takes over and it is not headed by a Luo, please serve us the way you will serve your community. Give us opportunities just like you'll give your community. Leadership will come, leadership will go. Offices will come, offices will go. But our tribes will be here forever. You cannot kill all of us. I know you have killed some of us in demonstrations. You have shot some of us until they have died. But some of us have trudged on. You have arrested some of us. You have labeled us names. You have called us all manner of names. But please, we are human beings. I beg you, the president who is going to take over this country, after all the political dust has settled, I beg you from the bottom of my heart, listen to me if you are a servant of God, because some of you call yourselves servants of God, and that God is the one who is directing every step that you are making. I beg you, by the mercies of God that sits in the highest heavens, please do not profile Luos wherever you will be. In the army, in the offices, in the political appointments, please do not profile the Luos. Let us also thrive just like other tribes will be thriving. And I know that peace will prevail in our country. I know that the next government will deliver to us. And I know as a country, we are going to make steps. Those who think that we are going to sink into the abyss and we are going to be destroyed, we are not going to be destroyed because of politics. We'll remain one big, united and indivisible country called Kenya. God bless Kenya. God bless us all.